the Biden administration is in the final processes of doing a big payout to the families or to the children, immigrants who were separated based on the time they came illegally. So because according to the Democratic Party or according to Biden administration, they say to reduce the stress and the suffering, each child will be paid $500,000, $450,000 to be exactly for each child. And if it's child and the parent, so is a parent will be $1 million per family. So the total is going to be over $1 billion is going to be a payout. I'm a big supporter of immigration. Myself, I'm an immigrant. So what I'm saying is purely based on the reality, based on the law. So let's go to the law of the United States. If you enter in the United States illegally, it is a federal crime. Let's start with that one. If you enter into the United States illegally, it's a federal crime. And that is not the United States. If you go to Mexico without a permit, it's illegal. If you go to Tanzania, if you go to Mecca, where is the Holy Land people are going for Hajj, without a visa, without required documents, you are illegal. If you go to Vatican, where Pope Francis is, without a visa to go and permit, it's illegal. It's not allowed. If you go to Tanzania or Kenya without a proper documentation, you'll be jailed too. It's illegal. So let's go to understand these are the global regulations. And immigration law, federal law, you cannot come here illegally. Even you get a visa, but if you presented a fake documentation, that's illegal entering the United States. So that is a federal crime. You'll be prosecuted. You'll be going even taken to jail. They'll be finding a way to deport you. And the other ways, if you have to stay to process you, whatever the process they are there because of the law. I want to be clear on this one. All the time when I register for the election, to vote for any election, I always register myself as independent. I don't register as a Republican. I don't register as Democratic. For those who do not know, here you choose when you are going to register as a political party, which party you are going. So for me, I don't do that. And on primary, I don't vote on any primary. I just wait for the actual election. Then I go to vote. There are some of the policies I agree with the Democratic. There are some of the policies I agree with the Republican. There are some of the policies I don't agree with the Democratic. There are some of the policies I don't agree with the Republican. On immigration, there are certain things I agree with Democratic. There are certain things I don't agree with the Democratic. There are certain things I agree with Republican. On immigration, there are certain things I don't agree with the Republican on immigration. Myself, I'm a very big supporter. All my channel, every single day, I encourage people to migrate to US, to other countries. But legal migration. Follow the regulations. Apply for scholarships. Apply for jobs. Apply. Follow all the steps so that you can be able to follow the procedures. So, whether these children were brought by coyote, for those people who know coyote are some of the people, their job is to sneak you to the United States. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter whether you are 1 year old, whether you are 100 years old. If you cross the border illegal, you are illegal. That's number one. I will show you some of the pictures. Yes, the treatment might not be correctly. To put them in cages, that is inhumane. I agree. But right now, when this group of people went to sue, they sue President Donald J. Trump that He built the cages and put them in cages. But if you go, these cages were built in 2013, 2014. That's the time they were built under Obama's administration, where Joe Biden was vice president. So they built the cages. They put the police there to separate these children from 2014 under Democratic leadership. But now if you go to check, they say, oh, but it was not, when Trump came, there was zero tolerance. Yes, he was implementing the law. The law says if you cross the border illegal, you get caught, you put over there on the detention, you are going to be processed and taken back to your country. Whatever it is, if you are implementing the law, don't hurt the player. Who put the law there? The law was passed in the House of Representatives. The law was passed by the Senate and signed by the President many years before Obama, many years before Trump, many years before Joe Biden. But they built the cages. The people, children are put in the cages, which is inhumane for both the Democratic vote to do and the Republican. Even right now, we are talking to you right now, the children are in cages under this current administration. So there is nothing who is a saint here. Both political parties, for what they've done is wrong. I agree. But those conditions should be improved. How you put them there, I agree. But you cannot go to sue the prison that, oh, when I went to the prison, I didn't have a nice bed in a prison. For that particular case, they have to pay me $500,000 US. You committed a crime. There is no way we can do a payout of $500,000 for each child for committing a crime. What does that mean? It means if I'm a parent right now in Central America or any country in Southern America, I'll find a way to send my child or myself because I'm welcomed to be illegal, to be credited green card, to be credited with $500,000 US. That's why you see there is a caravan sometimes coming. You see there are so many people are crossing the border because we are encouraging illegal immigration. We have to encourage legal immigration. That's what's supposed to be done. What makes me upset about this situation is I served in the US military, US Navy to be exactly. I'm a US Navy veteran. There are so many veterans across the country who are currently homeless. If you go to the city of Los Angeles, you will find thousands and thousands of homeless, very depressed people who defended this country for their lives. They are there. They have never been given a dime, even 1 cent. Do you know how much money does a service member, someone in the military dying in the action, do you know how much is paid? So the person who is dying in the action in Iraq is paid less than someone who is coming in the US as illegal. That's not fair. That's where I have a problem with immigration with the Democratic Party. They are finding ways just to grant everything and encouraging people to come. I don't know whether it's for the political motive that if you come here, we give you this one, you will vote for us. I don't know for their motive, but this is not right. While I was in the Navy, there is insurance you have to pay. You have to contribute. So it's not free. Let me start with that one. I pay insurance. It's called the service. It's a service member group life insurance. So it's a life insurance just like any other life insurance. I contribute on a monthly basis. SGLI. I contribute the maximum. I mean, if you are single, you can get 100,000. That is insurance. It's not a payout from the government. And if I'm married, the maximum I can be getting from my own insurance is the life insurance is $400,000 US. If you die, That is the insurance will pay. Not the money directly from the government. The government doesn't pay you if you're a service member killed in the action. So what is American? Is the greatness of America is American first. The greatness of Germany is Germany first. The greatness of Kenya is Kenyan first. The greatness of Ghana is Ghana first. You have to protect your child first. You have to protect your people first. As a father, as a mother, that's your primary responsibility. If you don't love yourself more, why are you saying you are loving the other person more? You allow thousands and thousands of homeless, people who served the country, becoming homeless. You don't pay them even a single dollar, and you're going to reward someone by being illegal, crossing the border, and you award the person by giving the person $500,000 US. That's not right. I'm okay. Personally, I support. There are certain parts of immigration. Like there are people who came, yes, they came here as a children. Maybe the parent came legally, and the child stayed here under DACA. All this. They have been here since babies. Those people, if they have to be given work permit, to give green card, those studied from primary, from grade school to university here, they needed to be recognized as people over here. There is no question about that. But not a person crossing right now illegally, and we are going to find you to find a way to put you as you commit a crime under the federal law. Then we want to reward you. How many people in America don't have the money to have the meal for lunch or for dinner? Do you want to tell me these people also should go to Walmart, to go to Target, and they start grabbing things away and have them at their own home? Say, oh, I don't have money, so let me go and get it from Target. Is it yours? No. They will take you, they will put you to jail. Why don't we reward the people who are committing crime and then in the jail? Why? We punish them who are real Americans. So this is nothing than just finding a way of getting unnecessary political motives, in my own opinion. If the court decides yes, you have lost the case as a federal government, you have to pay, you have no choice. But not the negotiation with another, because we are going to the court with another law firm, and you are, we are going to pay them, we don't want to be sued. No. Oh, this is because Trump separated the people. Yes, even Joe Biden as the vice president with the President Obama, they built the cages, they separated the children. So let's not going to say we're going to change everything President Trump did because everything is bad, but this is a law. He was implementing the law. The law which was there also at the time of building the cages 2014. So let's not use every single thing about immigration, about this is democratic, this is Republican, this is conservative, this is liberal. Let's go to the fact that we have to take care of our service members, the veterans. We have to take care of our own people first. And we cannot be doing things which can encourage illegal immigration. We have to find the programs, we have to find the ways where we can be able to encourage people to do legal migration. Every single day, I talk here about ways to come to America, legal ways. How can you change from one visa to another visa legally? That's what I did. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. And you don't need to come to America alone. There are other countries too with very good programs. There are programs in Canada. There are programs in Australia. There are programs in New Zealand. But coming legally, you commit a crime. We are not going to reward you by committing a crime. No. Myself, I'm against that. I don't care what you are going to be your perception on me. I'm not against immigrant. I'm against illegal. I'm against any way to commit a crime. Just like even when you are filling the visa form, I usually tell people, fill even the number of children, put the correct number. If you don't put the correct number, you get caught, you are in trouble. It's a crime you committed. So that's what is my opinion. That's my take on the issue of paying out people committing crime, federal crime. We can start also paying people who are in prison too. Let's go and compensate them for the bad living conditions in the prison. They have been disturbed or depressed by being in the prison, but they committed a crime. There are children here in America, they're in the prison, juvenile, for committing crime. Yes, these are youth and kids coming from other countries. The same way we have juvenile Americans in the prison, whatever it is, these are the juvenile. Why we are putting the Americans in the prison, and this one, I don't like them to be put in the cage, but they have to be put in a certain way while they are processing them. Not in the cage, they are not animals. This is 21st century. That is against. But to pay out, no. Let's go and pay out the veterans. Do you know the average person in America, the Social Security, when you retire, for 26 years, will take 26 years, the monthly payout you get each month for Social Security will take 26 years to reach half a million. 26 years. So someone is a taxpayer, you don't pay the person good Social Security for 26 years to make $500,000, and the person coming here for 1 year is committing crime, you separate them, you are going to pay out for $1 million? No. Let's find a way, my friend. This is where there are things I agree with the Democratic, there are things I don't agree with the Democratic, there are things I agree with the Republican, there are things I don't agree with the Republican. I'm independent. I don't subscribe myself to either of the two.